Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Diablo 2 as we go from 0 to Ubers. Today's episode we start off in Act 2 in normal difficulty. We plough through Act 2 taking on Joriel. We're essentially trying to speed run through Act 2 just to get straight into Act 3 where we take on a load of the Stygian dolls. It's a bit risky, we chance death a couple times, but we continue to make our way to Ubers. While we make our way through the Act we find a load of upgrades of our items and we take on Mephisto at the end of the episode. So, without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are finally back in Diablo 2 Resurrected, which we're playing through as a hardcore solo self-found 0 to Ubers. Here we are with Rothmer Ubers. We did a bit of farming last episode. We made our way all the way through Act 1. We are still normal, as you can probably tell. We are only level 20. I believe we have the maximum game difficulty on. Let's double check. Yeah, we took Andy on a game difficulty 8. So today we're going to hopefully get through Act 2, hopefully Act 3. So you can see all of this here. I think I was trying to make, that was going to be 2 Ral runes to make 60% fire resistance. So hopefully today we can get through Act 2 and Act 3. So then next week's episode, which will be next Friday, we should be able to take on, let's double check, and that, there you go, we should be able to take on Diablo in Act 4. Well, that's the plan. Fingers crossed it should work. So at the moment we are using the Holy Fire just to level up this really good skill to get you through the base game, at least all the way up into Act 4. When you get to Act 4 you definitely want to change it out because most of the mobs have a high fire resistance. And as you see here, we're just going to run through. You can see with the Holy Fire, things will die pretty quickly. Either they die from the fire itself, or we'll bonk them a couple times and they drop instantly. So we are using Zeal on our left click ability. And Zeal is obviously very useful. A lot of these mobs are resistant to fire, or have a slight resistance, which is not ideal. And I'll just keep picking up rejuvenation potions. So if I did drop down the difficulty, this would be easy because then we'll just be able to take them out in one hit with our fire. Oh, now we'll take you. And we're just going to probably jump through and we'll probably see you. Because this is what I tend to find with Act 2, is it's actually not that bad. It's really just the Joriel which is a bit of a pain. And that's about it. I don't think I've died very many times in Act 2. Since I've started trying my 0 to Ubers series, or when I've been playing this full stop. So I tend to find that it's the bosses that kill you in Act 2, not really the mobs. So we'd probably jump back in when we get to Radamant. Unless I get into some trouble. But if I get into some trouble, I'm probably going to die rather than I'm going to be able to record it. You'll probably just see me in the death screen. As we're trying to get our way through Act 2 and 3 today, then we'll got a fair bit to get through. Here we are with Radamant. So I did drop the game difficulty down, not because it was dangerous, because I just want to kind of speed through this, to be perfectly honest. Radamant, he can be a bit of a pain to take care of, but yeah, he's dropping pretty quick. As I didn't show you, I'm using steel as a main weapon. I've got stealth, nadir, I've got a really good Taj, which I found. I've got a mana on kill MF faster cast rate ring, which is really useful. I'll use that later on when I switch to being a Hammerdin, because I will end up being a Hammerdin, I'm sure, because well, that's what's best for Paladin. See, those who don't know what Hammerdin is, it's just this skill here, really good skill, really good at doing some magic find and some just clearing out areas. Really strong skill. I don't particularly enjoy the skill, but I know it's a really good skill. So I think actually resist fire increases this by more damage, but never mind. Right, so realistically there's not really much to show you, so we'd probably jump back in as long as you don't have any. That's quite a fast attack rate bow. As long as we don't have any major issues, we'll probably jump back in when, let's say when we get to Horizon, the Arcane Sanctuary. So I was going to jump back in, but we found this amazing charm right here. 20% fire resistance is huge. So we've now capped our fire resistance, which is great. Such a, obviously this helps having this on. So if I undergrip this. Oh wait, no, never mind. Okay, below my last. So yeah, really good little upgrade there. We're just blitzing through. Another charm. What's this one? Ooh. So we've got this +6 strength here, another 5 strength and attack rating. That's not bad. So we've now got a little bit more strength to play with, which is pretty good. I'm going to go find these salamanders. They should be down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And take on these salamanders. And once this is done, straight into the Arcane Sanctuary. So you need to be careful here, because this guy can sometimes hit pretty hard. But he obviously needs to survive to be able to hit hard, and he just melted. There you go. Is that done? Let's head out of here, and we'll see you when you get to, let's say, is it Horizon? The boss in the Arcane Sanctuary. That's not a bad wand, actually. Poison Explosion, Bone Wall. And there's the staff mate. Awesome. Let's go talk to Drogon, and we're good to go. Hello, Deckagane. Alright, Farah. Yeah, so, yeah, when we get to the tomb, we'll probably show the tomb. The tomb can be quite difficult at times. There you go, spoken to him. So we should be able to go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because the tomb's going to be quite tough. So we'll show you the very end of the Arcane Sanctuary, then we'll go to the tomb straight away. Because the harem and the palace, really easy maps. You just go straight to the corner. As if you don't get blocked off like there. They are easy maps as long as you don't get trapped. Teleportation is really useful here because you always know where the way out is. Let's keep running. It's always this way, and I can come back down myself. Here we go, past level 1. There's a waypoint in. Oh, I like to get all the waypoints in the game. I don't know why. The waypoint's always here. And we can go this way round to get to the next floor. There we go. But this map's very boring, so we'll see you shortly. There you go, great success. This is the first path we've gone down, and this is the way. Pardon my quote of, is it Grogu? Nope. Off from the Mandalorian, but here we go. Horizon, straight up here. Bonk these all down. Nice and easy. Got some heavy boots from that. Perfect. And here we are. So what... Okay, I want to see what it is. Okay, I've turned to town. I don't really want to turn to town. So double arrows. I can't remember where the double arrows are. So we're just going to run to the tomb. I always go to the right here anyway. Most of these mobs should be pretty easy to take care of. Yeah, they're fine. And they actually offer quite a lot of experience. So if you're struggling with levels, this is actually quite a good little place to farm some experience before you finish Act 2. Here you go. Here's the map. Do I need to go? We'll probably get to Joriel. Once we get to him, we'll go into sell inventory. So it's ready to fight the boss. Obviously, before you fight the boss, I always want some foreign potions, just to help with the aura he has, the Holy Freeze aura, and the cold touch he has as well that makes you walk very slow. You can see here, the mobs aren't too bad. Not doing too much damage. As long as we don't get overwhelmed by their numbers, we should be okay. So I don't really want to go below half health. We are somewhat over leveled. We're level 21. I think that's about on level, to be honest. Normally Act 1 I'm happy to do on Players 8. And then I will then just do Act 2 all the way to Act 5. To the very start of Act 5 on Players X. Depends how I feel. As there's an Ubers run, I want to be really careful. Obviously, I've never done Ubers before, so I'd actually want to get there. I've not got there ever, so this will be interesting. But as I was saying, yeah, when I get to Act 5, I will then turn on the difficulty and farm the... isn't it Shrek? It's not Shrek. Shrek is the ogre. The first boss is the first waypoint of Act 5. I can't what it's called. It's Shank or something like that. You've got Shank and you've got the Overseer as well. You can farm both. I normally only farm... I can't remember the guy's name. I'm just babbling now. Right. Come on. Down you go. I'm just finding the... This is not the way. There you go. I can turn around now. So you see, It's not the safest place here. Obviously, we should be able to blitz through Act 3. There's so many mobs in Act 3. But a lot of them will have low health. So that'll be a good time to put the difficulty up just to farm some more experience. At least during the marshes, it's going to be like that. Then as soon as you get out of the marshes, it'll just suddenly get a lot worse. Just like when you can't see through the doors, but they can attack you through a wall through it. Yeah, so the normal marshes, there's loads of those little blade ones. The little dolls are really annoying to fight. My fire aura should deal with them. It's going to be the when you get into Travancore and fight some of the bosses there, or some of the mobs there, it's going to be slightly more harder. And that's that. Good. Just got to keep my health up. Another health potion. Awesome. Yeah. So you get the gist of what this place is like. If you have a chance, definitely want to farm this before. Well, that's a lot better than what I've got. That's a lot better. So we'll equip that, and that gives me an extra slot as well. Yeah, if you ever need to, this isn't a bad place to farm for experience either. You can go through all of the. I would pick up that foreign potion. I'm just going to buy them rather from the shop. There we go. This is where we want it to be. Yes, you can farm all of these and get a load of experience, which is always quite nice. But I'll probably actually pop back to town, sort my inventory out. I'm going to farm the precursor map. I forgot what it's called. The Valley of the Summoners, something like that. We'll farm that valley. Fast run walk. No, okay. We'll farm that valley for a while. Just I want to quickly level up before we fight Joriel, because we're not too far from leveling. So it appeared that I did not have the waypoint for the Canyon of the Magi, which is what the last map was called. So I had to run away from the Arcane Sanctuary to unlock it. Completely forgot about that waypoint. I was too busy talking. See, memory span of a gnat. Right, it should open up the way. Drink all my potions. Probably a bit premature, but it's fine. And away we go. Straight down. Town portal, just in case something goes wrong. And okay, this is fine. We're losing a lot of mana, but this is okay. It's the cold he does to us which really messes with us. There we go. That is if the screen stops shaking. If the screen was playing ball, looks like the screen stopped. There we go. Hate that camera shake there. So we'll see you when we get into the Great Marshes in Act 3. So here we are in Act 3. One thing you should try and do is try and find a teleportation staff here in Act 3. This is where they start spawning. Obviously there's none in there, so every time you teleport or leave town and you come back, always look for teleportation staff. It makes your life so much easier, as long as you're not a sorceress, of course. If you're a sorceress, don't bother. You can just teleport yourself. But yeah, teleportation stars, until you get Enigma, it's definitely useful. That's also another item I've never had, so I'm looking forward, because we are doing a Holy Grail. I don't think, well, we've had nothing to go on the Holy Grail this time, this episode. Last episode I did forget to put the Holy Grail down in the description down below, so it will be in this one. Oh, Jade figurine already, nice. Let's click on this breastplate. Okay, that is an upgrade, so we're going to put a new stealth into there. I think we've already got the runes. You can see we're just going to see how much this fire aura has started to drop off. However, it is killing these little boys very quickly. And they're the ones I need to kill quickly because I really hate them. Arachnid lair. I always forget whether it's arachnid lair or spiders. What one I need to find the Eye of Kamalian. Is it Eye of Kamalian? I can't remember. Okay, it's not in this one. Okay, it's fine. It's always in the bottom left of the map. So it's not in the arachnid lair, so therefore it's in the spider's cavern or whatever it's called. And I think I said this last week or the week before. It makes sense for it to be in the spider's cavern or whatever it's called, because you're in the spider's forest. It should be in the spider's lair. Does make sense. And just need to remember that. Oh, stamina shrine, that's useful. Every time I walk past any mobs, I've been walking as well. Just so my fire aura does loads of damage and kills a load of mobs. You can see the damage has dropped off quite substantially, so we may have to do a bit of farming at some point in this act. But although we are level 22, we might be okay. I think we will be okay. I'm just being a bit, I don't even know the word for it. I can't remember where the best place is to farm either in Act 3. Whether it's even in Act 3 or we go back to Act 2 and we do the Tarash's Tombs. I think it might be the Tarash's Tombs because the Endurance of Hate, you've got the Stygian dolls who explode once they die, as long as they die to melee attack. I think it's only melee attack they do damage back to you on. That's quite dangerous. So if I accidentally zeal one and they explode on me, I could very well die within seconds. I have lost. It's my second best hardcore character on 0 to Ubers there. May have been my best one actually. I just had no chance. Well, I did have a chance. I panicked. Didn't save Rex. I didn't try and waypoint. I just stood. I didn't try and teleport. Just stood there and died, which is very sad. As well as streaming as well, farming Mephisto in hell. Yeah, it's the closest I've ever gotten. I think I was like level, I'd say about 80 or so. I was slowly coming to the vinegar strokes of finishing my Uber gear list. Right, is there anything good here? Doesn't look like it. This is not the place. That's a shame. Which is fine. So we're going to just keep running around. Obviously, this jade figurine you need for a quest. Just going to use that, why not? So we can keep running around. We'll see if we can find the spider cave, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Spider something. It's got spiders in there. That's all they need to know. And we're in the spider cavern. I knew it was spider something. And whenever you enter, always go to the bottom left. There's normally 2 ways to get there. But it's always in the bottom of the map. Slightly to the left. And here it is. Here's the chest. There's Kamali's eye. Poor guy, he's not going to be able to see where he's going. And we are taking a lot of damage, yeah? Okay, we're fine. I did panic and pressed a few potions there. We were cursed, obviously. It's not a Rothmer gameplay without me being cursed. Especially as a hardcore. I tend to find myself cursed too much in this game. And I don't pay attention. And it kills me. Right, there we go. So that's that done. That's the first item completed. Now we're looking for the Flayed Jungle. And the Flayed Jungle, so the Spider Forest has 2 chances to move on to the next map. Either moving on to the Flayed Jungle or the Great Marsh. We don't really want the Great Marsh. The way the river moved this way, looks like this could lead to the Flayed Jungle. So there is a chance for one path to lead to one or the other. Okay, it still leads to the Great Marsh. So now it's the subpar of the layouts. So now we just need to look for the Flayed Jungle. So we need to find the Flayed Jungle because we're looking for the Flayed Caverns, Flayed Crypts, something along those lines, which is where our next item of Camille is. I think it's his brain is in there. Once we found that, then we can head into Travancore and finish this act. So this act, if you get really good RNG, actually isn't too bad. And you have good AOE as well, because you can, if you got good AOE like we have now with the auras, this is fine, because everything dies very quickly. Like a Javazon is really good here. You throw one javelin, the whole screen just melts. But alas, my Javazon obviously perished. And you should be up here somewhere. At least I hope it is. Let's start walking. Let's get some more kills. Let's try and get as much experience here as possible. Nephrine, thank you very much. Grab that. Grab another potion. Never have too many potions. And I guess we'll see you when you get to the Flayer Jungle and we find the caverns. And here's the Gidbin. So this is the second quest in Act 3. You find this in the Flayer Jungle. You activate the Gidbin and then a load of these flayed ones. Or flayers will spawn. Just keep, if you're an Auradin like me, just run around in a circle. And then that's what it'll drop. A Gidbin, which is some form of dagger, I guess. And you can take that back to town. You get a reward for it. I think you get permanently 20% extra. 20 HP, not 20% extra. Here we are, the Flayer Jungle. So this is in the Flayer Jungle. And this is a bit spooky because, not because of it's dark, because this is the first time you bump into these flayed ones, these undead flayers here. So they will, when you kill them, they will explode and they will do explosive damage on you, which is just normal damage, but they will explode. And I believe it's only if you melee them or if you're in melee range. So if you kill them from afar, you're fine. When they explode, they'll just do damage, and it's unblockable, which is really weird because I think this is the only damage in the game, which is I will have to double check whether it is unblockable. I'm pretty sure it is unblockable, but it's the only damage in the game which I think is unblockable. So if you're going to get hit by it, you're going to get hit by it, and there's no way of mitigating it. I think you can dodge it, so you'll have a dodge chance. Your dodge chance is based on your dexterity. So characters like the Amazon, with your dodge, chance, evade, and those passive skills, will help limit your chance of being hit by the Stygian dolls and the flayed ones, the dolls that explode. Right, here we are. But yeah, I can't remember exactly. We researched on stream almost a year ago now. Bloody hell, it's been almost a year since last played D2. But I'm pretty sure that there's a certain rule set against those enemies and their damage. I'm pretty sure you might be able to block it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Right, and then obviously through here I'm just walking. So getting to floor 3 is fine normally. Floor 3 is a bit of a maze, to be perfectly honest. And so we're just walking through everywhere. I'm just letting my aura kill everyone while I'm I've got positive aura apparently. Let my aura kill everything while I just walk around. And here we go, level 3. So this is a bit of a maze. So normally it's in one of the corners, the loot, but there's no direct way of getting this. This is where you want your teleportation staff, ideally, because you can teleport. It's essentially these are blocked off. If you teleport to the other side, you can skip most of the maze. Whereas, because you'll see where I'm running around now, here's a gap here. So there's a gap here. It's not down here. No, it's not down here. But there was a gap. So now the other side of these fences, you just follow it all the way up, and so there's obviously a quarter of a chance for you getting to the right location, because it is going to be in one of the corners. And there's obviously a quarter, 4 corners. You've got 1 in 4 chance to find it. It looks like here it's going to be directly above. There we go, there it is. So here, be really careful going into this room. Only because you've got this boy in here, Witch Doctor. He does a lot of fire damage, and he's actually immune to fire. So I'm going to have to keep bonking him. Hopefully I keep him in kind of like a stunned. There we go, he's stunned, awesome. Right, can I pick any of this up? I'm going to have to quickly do a... Here's the brain. Awesome, it was the brain. We're going to have to go and do an inventory drop anyway. We're going to upgrade our... because we've got a load of items here. We're going to also upgrade all of our... well, at least our armour into this. Stealth's going to go in there because it's going to be an increase of 40 for armour, which is huge. In case you guys haven't seen it, I'll show you the other quests as well. So here, you've got this one here. Hand it to Ormus. Ormus here will give you a ring. Ormus won't give you a ring. I'm pretty sure he should give me a ring, or I'm thinking of a different quest.
Hello, no.
Nope, you returned to Ormus, yes. Or Ormus. There we go, gave me a ring. There we go. Faster. That's good. That's really good. Fire, huge amount of fire resistance. I think 104 fire resistance is huge for normal difficulty. Obviously my light resistance is a bit meh, but there's that quest there. There's a huge upgrade right there. Strength, energy, mana, fire resistance. So I've got a little bit of MF, which is okay, I guess. I will be, because I'm going to be doing a Holy Grail run anyway, I will be doing some videos on 1,000 kills of Mephisto in each difficulty. So normal, like not Mephisto, all of the bosses, it will be Mephisto in the end. We're doing all of the bosses from Prevent Monster Hill, that's useful. I'm going to keep hold of that Bardesh because that'd be good for one of my mercenaries potentially in the future. Go into here, and I need a Tau and an F rune. So Tau rune, Tau, an F rune. What do they look like? F is this one. There we go. There you go. New stealth. Perfect. This I can keep in here as well, just in case, because that'll be relatively good for my mercenary as well. It's just maybe if I can find a new upgrade for Nadir, so a full helm or something along those lines, which I'm pretty sure I found a full helm on the floor. We'll switch to it. Because always trying to plan ahead if you can, if you know what you're going to come up against. But yeah, so I will be doing some videos in the future. Oh, yeah, so here it tells you to return to him for rewards. You take that to him, just walk away, come back to him.
Hello.
And it should. There we go. You don't have to go far, and there you go. It permanently adds 20 HP to you, which is really useful. So we're going to head back into the Flare dungeon, make our way through the Flare jungle into Cursed. We'll probably skip Cursed, to be perfectly honest. We'll show you, well, I will show you the temple, the ruined temple, which is where you get this quest here, this bottom left one, which gives you some stat points. So we do that, then we'll head straight into doing the council, into the Durance of Hate, into Mephisto. So there's 4 things I'll show you. So let's go and get that done. And I think it was in here somewhere. There's a helm there. There we go. 2 sockets, 2 sockets. That is a very slight upgrade, which I will definitely be taking, unless this mask is good. Is this mask any good? Lightning resistance, poison resistance. Ooh, that's not bad. The lightning resistance is great. Repairs durability. Yeah, okay, we're going to go for that. Is this any good? Not particularly. I'll keep that to sell. So here we are. We are in the Kurast Bazaar. And showing this. So you want to go into these sewers when you find it. Also, you're looking around for these on the map. So they look like it's a set of stairs. In Kurast Bazaar you've got, there's 4 of these altogether. There's 2 in Kurast Bazaar and there's 1 in Lower Kurast as well. You want to go into the one that's the Ruined Temple. So there's 2 in each of these 2 maps. This one has a disused Fane, which is just up here in the top right, or top left of the minimap. Then Ruined Temple, once you go in here, I have put the players on players 8, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful. Trying to think of what I was going to say there. So it's on players 4, just because I want to get a little bit more experience. So I wouldn't mind trying to max out my Holy Flame before fighting Mephisto. You don't have to, but I'd like to. So in the disused Ruined Temple, it's a very small map, but in one of the rooms there will be a book we have to pick up, so it's going to be in that room there. So again, it's going to be in this room here. Be really careful, because as soon as you walk in, there's a load of these kind of stalkers from Act 1. Oh, another Grand Charm, I'll take that, thank you very much. And there we go, all taken care of. They can overwhelm you really quickly, so be careful. And just like that, we've got some items. Let's have a look what we've got here. More MF. I will need a load more strength for that though, that's the only problem. That would have been good if I had my Amazon still going. Rip. Lightning resistant. Huge, that is huge. Lightning resistance now is at 45. So I'm going to get rid of some of these strength ones. I've got this defense one, so probably get rid of that defense one to be honest. But now I don't have any room for any gear or any items. So I'm going to go pick up this tome here. Just like that. We can now take that owl core. The other thing you have to do over here as well, is you have to go into the sewers, which is, you can just see here on the top left. Go into the sewers. There's 2 floors of the sewers. Once you go, it's in the 2nd floor you want to find. It's quite a big map, to be honest. So you want to find the 2nd floor. Once you get down there, you can find the. So you've got the eye, got the brain. You need. It's the final part of Oh, there's his heart. So you find his heart down there, which is quite useful. I'm going to keep hold of this. Because I think, well, that is better than that, for sure. And that much strength is not that hard to get. So we may just keep hold of that. So, join our farm. Had this drop. Not very good, but that's our... I guess that's another item for the collection log. Let's go. So far, for our Holy Grail, we are, including this item here. Let's just have a quick look. What is this called? So it's called Sea Verbs. Sea Verbs icon. Add this to my... Just stand by 1 second. We are now 2.39% of the way through my Holy Grail. Whew. Getting close. It's going to take forever. It's going to take years to finish the Holy Grail. But I'm adamant to finish the Holy Grail as a hardcore solo Southbound. As long as you don't die. And this is a rather dangerous room. We're a bit wide about this room, actually. Okay, never mind. We're fine. We're fine. Oh. I'm going to reset again. I keep running through these two maps. Just so I want to level up 2 more times. So I want to get to level 27. So, here we go. I dropped the game difficulty back down. As we're going now against the council. I only leveled up once, so I'm only level 26. So I still need to put another skill point into Fire Aura. That's fine. We should be able to easily be able to power through all these. Oh, ouch, ouch. Oh, went down to 90 HP. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, baby. How's my heart going? That's why we dropped down the difficulty. Right. I've got these gloves equipped at least. That's one bonus, I guess. Okay, there's Kaleem's flail. There's some more gloves. Nice. Alright, there should be a couple more council members here. Probably inside. There we go. I think that looks like that's that. Awesome. Right, let's identify this. Increased attack speed. That's not bad. But we don't need it. Hang on a second. Are we going to be able to use this? Okay, we can. Okay. And let's go. We're going to put this in here to sell. Into the Drones of Hate. This is probably the worst map in the game. I hate this place with a passion. So here, last quest of the act. And I can't remember... I was recently watching a video which kind of explains the layout of all these maps. Can't remember. I think it's forward and then left. I can't remember. Do you want to hate? I think it's left. So we're going to go left. We should be okay. Just chug some potions just in case. We should be okay. Just keep chugging those potions. Yeah, we'll go this way. What's the worst that can happen? It could either be forward and left or forward and right. It looks like it's going to be forward and right, so we're going to go back up to the top of the map. Let's pick up some of these potions just in case. There we go. Because we definitely... Oh, skill shrine. That's definitely useful. Yeah, because you definitely want as many potions ready for Mephisto. This can be quite a tough fight. I tend to find getting to Mephisto is harder than the actual fight itself. Oh, there it is. Okay. So if we had a teleportation staff, that would be perfect. We are going to want to grab the waypoint here. Because in the future, we are probably going to farm this, like I said earlier. Once I'm going to be working on my Holy Grail, I think waypoint is normally straight. Oh, Stygian Dolt. See how much damage it just took there? That's a bit risky me taking all of them on at once. That's fine. When I start working on my Holy Grail, probably start working on it before my there's a lot of the items I'll probably need for my the Ubers, so I'll probably start working on it before. So I'm going to be doing a X amount, probably get to about 200 MF. Magic find that is, if you don't know what MF means. It's about 200 magic find because that increases the rarity of the loot you get. It's probably about 200 MF. I will then start killing a load of the bosses. I'll kill X amount, going from normal to nightmare to hell. Obviously, I'll probably finish the game first so I can get myself some MF gear unless I can find some early doors. And I'll just make some videos of us killing X amount of all of the bosses and see what loot we get. And come on, Maulers, down you'll go. There's the exit. You can just see it down there. So straightforward from the waypoint. It's not far. Once again, if we had a teleportation staff, this would be a perfect map. We did find a teleportation staff in the shop, but it's too expensive. I couldn't afford it. So we should be okay. Don't really want to get poisoned here. Perfect. And straight down to Mephisto. Sorry, my cat was playing around on the windowsill, knocking things over. Right, take on these Bloodlords. I hate their bloody lordiness. I hate their meteors right there. And okay, we should be okay. There's normally some unique mobs here. Council members are okay. There's a unique mob. They don't tend to follow you, but just in case I want to take them out. You can actually just teleport straight across there to avoid fighting all these mobs. When I get teleportation stuff, that'll be what I'll be doing. Because I don't really want to fight every single mob every single time. Especially in the harder difficulties. These can be a bit of a pain. Awesome, there we go. And I think we're in a relatively good place just to go straight on. Yeah, we've got enough potions. And there's Mephisto. Obviously this defense shrine's useful. Come on. Stop running away. Okay, half health, which is good. And he's down. Perfect. Kite shield. Oh, a rare kite shield. Let's have a look what this is. Steel clash. 1 to all paladin skills. 15 to... Okay, that is very good. Right, let's drop you. I know you're a bit rubbish. Grab you. Let's see if these boots are any good. Charge bolt. I lose my run speed. Gain a load of poison resistance though. That's not very good. We can at least grab this, and I don't think this is huge upgrade. I need to just double check. It actually is an upgrade. Looks like it's a rough upgrade. I'll have a look in a second, but that could be a huge boon. I'm going to leave these items on the floor. Realistically, I'm not going to switch them. And here we are now into Act 4. So we're going to get ready to fight Diablo, which is huge. And that I'm not going to switch to. That I'm not going to switch to. The increased attack speed would be useful for the time being because we are using Zeal to kill a load of mobs. But I like the MF. So probably... I'm going to keep hold of this. And this identifies ring. Okay, that's absolutely pointless. Right, so this is... Let's go line by line. So, faster block rate. So that's increased block chance. Yep. Defenses. Yes. I lose the Thorns damage. 15 plus all resist. Yeah. Okay, that's a all-round upgrade. I'll keep hold of this Taj anyway. That's quite a good Taj. But still clash. Time to add this onto our Holy Grail. And like I said, the Holy Grail will be down in the description down below if you want to see how it's going. You should be able to have access to it. And that is us. So what are we looking like in our... So we've got really good resistances heading into Act 4. Really good resistances. Our skills at the moment. So we've got resist fire. So we're focusing on holy fire now. Then resist fire will be the next one. I think redemption is down here somewhere. The redemption of salvation. Salvation is this is one here. So we're going to start putting all of our points into resist fire soon. In combat skills, I want to put a point into holy shield. So we are now a high enough level. So a point into holy shield gives us smite damage. Don't care about that. But the extra defense and the extra successful chance of block is really useful. Yeah, so if you made this far, thank you much for watching. Next week we'll be taking on Diablo. And depends on how long it takes us to get to Diablo, which shouldn't take too long. We'll probably take on Baal as well. But we'll see. Minimum of Diablo next week. Yeah. If you made this far, thank you much for watching. As per usual, we've got a couple of links in the description down below. The first link is to Mrs Rothmers' YouTube channel, which is called One Nerd to Rule Them All. That's all about fantasy lore. If you like stuff like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, some Warhammer stuff, particularly Warhammer 40k and the Horus Heresy, she covers all that type of lore. And then she's also got a joint YouTube channel with me called Nerdy Miniatures, which is all about Warhammer. If you like Warhammer collecting, painting, we're going to be battling soon. Have a look over there. And then finally, you have a link in the description down below to my Discord if you want to join the community Discord. Small community, slowly growing, but you're all more than welcome to join. So, have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.